Hi Gemini, it is CJ here from CJ Soul Messages. I hope you're doing really well. Today I'm going to start doing your reading for the month of October 2021. Let's see, what do I have to say? Oh, Mercury retrograde is in full swing now, so please forgive me if I stumble in words. I've noticed instantly over the last couple of days that words are not flowing out properly, and I seem to have, I don't know, my mouth seems to pronounce words backwards, so I don't know, maybe you're feeling that same way too, but anyways, I'm going to really attempt to try and get through this reading here. As I said, I hope you're doing really great, and let's just get right into it. I'm going to start pulling cards from a recently kind of more newer deck. It is the Divine Animal Oracle cards. And we're going to just see what kind of energies may be around you, or what kind of energies that you may be feeling. So let's just begin. All right, angels and guides, loved one, ancestors, and the divine, please show me clearly and offer me guidance in this reading for our beautiful Geminis, beautiful air signs. So let's start. Please show me clearly. It's hard to believe we're already almost in October. I'm doing this at the very end of September. And fall is in full swing here in Canada, the Northern Hemisphere. Beautiful, lots of leaves, turning beautiful bright colors. But I am also suffering with a little bit of allergies. So, yeah, it's good though. It is good. All right, please show me clearly what messages. Okay, we've got one. Ooh, seahorse. Gorgeous. Seahorse is about equality. So let's continue on, see if they have any other ones that they want to come out. Love seahorses. Any other cards? Angels and guides. What else? What else is assisting our Gemini for October? Anything else? I feel like they want one more to come out, so please bear with me as... Okay, there we go. Oh, the honeybee flew out. Nice. Okay, so interesting, because the seahorse and the honeybee, actually, the meanings kind of behind the cards are very, very similar, although completely different animals. Although I know the honeybee is an insect technically, but it is in this deck. The seahorse is talking about equality, which is, you know, balance. It's about, you know, equalness. It's about what you give, you receive. And honeybee is also about that as well. Reciprocity. And, you know, the honeybees work together as a team to get the work done. So yeah, let's just see. Let's try and see if there's anything else. And I will probably read out of the book to get the full definition, although I've been studying these cards for the last few weeks and doing my rituals and connecting with them. You know, I'm still learning, so I do want to get the full definition. Is there anything else, angels and guides? I'll shuffle one more time. Okay, that's a no, so we'll stop there. Okay, so let me pull the book, and I'll quickly look this up, and I'll show you the pictures, because they're absolutely stunning pictures. Try to make this as quick as possible, but when I do that, I get slower. Seahorse. Okay, I got that. All right, so this is for, as I said, October, or whenever you come across this reading, that's when it's meant for you. Here is this beautiful picture of the seahorse. I'll try and get as clear as I can. Oh, not so clear there. But it looks like there's a lady that is sitting there, and the beautiful seahorses are behind and in front. This is the meaning. Seek equality in relationships, in particular, intimate ones. You will attract what you resonate. You can decide your future. Hiding from our fears is rarely a good strategy. It is time to ensure that the domestic and emotional labor in your world is equally shared. Okay, so yeah, it is talking about making sure that, you know, whatever relationships you're in, especially those that are the closest to you, that it is, you know, about a balance. It is about, you know, a nice equality, that everyone is feeling that they have the same responsibilities and not feeling like you're being taken advantage of. And also the reminder to not hide from our fears. Okay, so honeybee. Honeybee. So the honeybee, beautiful card too. We must give and take, and if we make a mistake, we must make amends. The earth revolves around reciprocity. I can't say that word today, Gemini, sorry. To remain balanced and to grow, and as humans are a part of the earth, so this applies to them as well. Learn to work happily with others. It is important to learn to communicate effectively, as there may be a breakdown in communication. Okay, so these two cards are seemingly, the energies are kind of pointing to the similar situation. It is about an equalness, a give and a take. It's also about, you know, being fairness, or having fairness, and as well as, you know, trying to communicate as effectively as we possibly can, which I seem to be struggling with today with my words. So, all right, so let's just dive into the tarot now. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. My mouth just feels all jumbled up. I'm gonna do, they just want me to do one shuffle, so I'll do that. Okay, there we go. All right, Gemini, let's get into this, see what's going on in your life. And this, as I said, it's a general reading. So this could be about relationships, career, work, family. The energies will remain the same, though, regardless of the scenario. All right, please show me clearly. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. What do you have for Gemini for the month of October 2021? Let's see. All right. Okay, and we'll go through the cards as they come out. Okay, and we've got the Emperor. Wow, powerful. Wow. Okay, we've got the Emperor, we've got the King of Wands, we've got the Five of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, I see now. So, very interesting. All right, we're going to stop there. Bottom of the deck is Five of Swords. So you have two fives. You have the Five of Swords. And that is the energy of conflict. It's the energy of, you know, winning at whatever costs, regardless of who it hurts. Wow, you got two kings too. Ooh, okay, and you got the devil. Okay, I'm just going to need a moment to get this energy. Thank you so much, angels and guides. I'm so grateful. And let's see. You just want to make sure you can kind of see the majority of these cards. I know my camera doesn't pick it all up, but... Okay, so we're going to start with the bottom of the deck, the Five of Swords. So this is the air element, and this is your element. And the Five of Swords is winning at all costs. There is no give or take here. This is someone doing whatever they need to do to win, regardless if it hurts you or vice versa. You can see that there's one energy back here that's got their hands in the air like, yay, so excited they won. But this person here, he's got a sore head, his head is throbbing, and he is just feeling pretty worn out and pretty defeated. Now that was on the bottom of the deck. Underneath that is the Justice, so there is this need for this balance. This seems to be what the reading is going to be about here. We got a lot of this necessary balance having to be brought in, equal give and take. what you put in, you should receive. 50-50. Okay, so that's the energy on the bottom. And then we had the 5 of Wands that came out. And it's kind of a similar energy. They're both 5s. Wands is about our creativity, our passions, our innovations. It's the fire element. This card is representing no one is listening to each other. Everyone's just kind of going about their own way for their own self, and people are falling down and they're trying to climb up the wands, and there's just no nice healthy balance of helping each other. It's really about not listening to each other. So it is just kind of this combative energy that is a lot of the times is almost like a stalemate. The only time that this card really is one to consider a different way is as if there is something that you are truly really believing in, and that you cannot afford to lose. This card comes up to say, okay, if it is something that is that important to you, then go ahead, defend it, fight for it. But if it is a fight that is not worth, you don't really care whether you win it or not, then it is time to kind of walk away from it. That's just the indication of the energy of this card. So this could be you, or it could be someone else that is feeling this energy, as well as the 5 of Swords. But this is your reading, so I'm going to read it as if this is how you have been perhaps feeling. There's some kind of a combative energy conflict where no one's listening to each other. It is definitely the opposite of balance. It is not equal give and take. Besides that came out is the Devil. Okay, so, pretty heavy energy, pretty low vibe kind of energy. Man, my camera's really not picking it up very clear, because the artwork on this deck, this is the Light Seers deck. It's absolutely stunning. Anyways, the Devil is representative of feeling you're in bondage. You're being controlled. You do not have your own freedom. On this card, you might not be able to see it in the camera, but he's holding his hands. He's got strings attached to what looks like, a figure that is bent down, just kind of in distress that they can't break away. They can't get free from the Devil. Devil can also be addictions. So, and it doesn't just mean addictions as far as drugs and alcohol and gambling and all of that. It also can just be the energy of really being unable to free yourself from a way of thinking or a way that you behave, patterns, relationships. It's a very, it can apply to anything in the lower vibe where you are feeling stuck, where you feel like you are unable to get out of the grips of this Devil energy. So this feels very much like a relationship, although, yeah, it definitely can be about your work, right? So, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, the energy stays the same. You have 2 kings. You got the King of Pentacles and you got the King of Wands, and you have the Emperor. Extremely powerful cards here. So, and you also have the Ace of Cups. So we're going to move on to the Ace of Cups, because the Ace of Cups is suggesting now that, there's this need to break free from whatever this conflict is. There is a new way, a different way to do things, and that will change the course of the relationship. Ace of Cups is a new beginning in our emotional well-being. It also can represent a new beginning of a existing relationship, or also a new beginning in a brand new relationship, whether that be romantic, family, whatever you define as relationships. Could also be as far as work, but because it's more the emotions, that tends to be a little bit more intimate relationships. But the Ace of Cups is a beautiful card. It is really a new start. It is a new way of emotionally connecting. And then you have your King of Pentacles and King of Wands. Like, these are such strong, powerful, positive cards. King of Pentacles, that's earth. That's our tangible things, our money, our homes, our cars, etc., things that we can touch, taste, feel. And it's also our health, our Especially for me as a reader, it's our internal health, meaning like our emotional health, like our self-confidence, our self-worth, how we feel about ourselves. And then the king of, the king of pentacles, very stable, has a lot of money, has a lot of tangible things, doesn't have to worry about that. He has enough to make sure his family or the people he loves is taken care of. He also is a father figure. And this isn't a gender-specific reading. It's just the energy of the cards. But he is someone that you can ask for help, that you can get support from. And it's just a very grounded, wonderful energy to have in a reading. As well as the King of Wands. You know, the King of Wands is brave. He has set out and has conquered the path of following his passions and his creations. It can also mean entrepreneur. You know, and look at, he's standing there, he's got his torch, he looks extremely relaxed, confident in his own self, and there's a big lion behind him. But he's not too concerned about that because he's in control of it. So, and he's in control of himself, and the lion senses that. So maybe there's this need for you, Gemini, to embody those kind of energies. Or that is exactly what you're going to start embodying once you're able to break free from the devil. Because once you break free from the devil, then this conflict is no longer going to be there. You're not going to feel stuck anymore. You're going from two pretty low cards, excuse me, both being the fives, to two very powerful cards, both being kings. And to top that off, you have the Emperor. So, you know, the Emperor is the one that rules his kingdom. He is fair and he is just. He's worked very, very hard to get where he is. He takes care of his kingdom. And, you know, there's a lot of respect to him. And it's well earned because he, as I said, he is a powerful, direct leader. And he takes it very seriously. But he also cares. So this is a really fiery, it's Aries card, so it's a very fiery, strong, independent energy as well. So let's see what is going on here to get a little bit more clarification. See, and I'm going to take Justice out too because, well, this is wild. So you have the Five of Swords, then you have Justice, and then underneath that you have Temperance. A lot of times for me, Temperance and Justice, although they're two completely different cards, two completely different kind of energies, on one level, on another level, they are very similar to me as a reader. That's how they give me the energy. Temperance is about keeping yourself very calm and centered when maybe everything around you is getting turned upside down. It is about staying there. It is about staying grounded and keeping your feet firmly on the ground. You know, in the original, oh my gosh. In the, you know, original tarot, traditional one, it's a female energy that's got 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the water. Well, yeah, that is representing like you just need to stay centered. You need to stay balanced. So that's quite interesting. That was underneath. So there's some real major need for you to really keep yourself just not too high, not too low. So let's continue on. Angels and guides, can you clarify what the devil is about or how Gemini is breaking free from that? Because we don't have any swords here yet other than the Five of Swords to suggest that you're going to break free with a different way of thinking or a new idea. So I just would like a little bit more clarity. Can you please show me? What is this devil? How does Gemini break free? It's obviously to do with equal give and take because you have the seahorse, the equality part. You know, seahorses, it's the male that is impregnated, not the female, which I always find so fascinating. Is there anything else? Okay, I'm going to try the fountain card for this. Thank you so much. Fountain deck. Gee whiz, my speaking, not so good. All right. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Please show me. Can you tell me more about the devil and the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords? Page of Cups. Okay, so Page of Cups. Page of Cups, again, that's our emotion. And the Page of Cups is really the beginning stages. The page is the most immature of the deck, not meaning anything other than naive, but very captivated with this cup that's in the box. Very captivated, wondering how can it grow, where will it grow, somewhat excited. So this is a new emotional start. One where you're just slowly starting to try and figure out where it's going, which is quite interesting because you do have the Ace of Cups, right? So it's like you get this brand new start in your emotions, in your relationships. But there is a moment there where you are you're considering. There's a moment that you're considering. Excuse me. Again. All right, please show me clearly. What else for Gemini? What is this reading pertaining to when the devil has showed up? You know, maybe this is between two people, two males, and I say that because we have the two kings. I'm going to need a little more information, guides. Please show me clearly. This is an interesting reading here, Gemini. What I mean is maybe there's, and it doesn't have to be two males. It definitely could be female, male. This is just the energy of the card, masculine and feminine, right? But so maybe there is this kind of been a little bit of a battle between two people. You being one. Maybe you're the King of Pentacles. I don't know. Maybe you're the King of Wands and another person. But maybe so far there hasn't been this really great balance. Maybe it hasn't been equal. Maybe it has been one person's giving a little bit more than the other. And this is a gentle reminder from the divine that it is, if you want this new beginning and you want to have your hearts fulfilled and you want to be grounded and have, you know, control over your home, your life, all of that, what is needed is to find the balance. These cards are so quiet. Okay, there's nothing coming out of here. Thank you so much. Let's move on. We have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom here. All right, I'm going to go to my traditional tarot. All right, can you show me, please, angels and guides, what do you have for Gemini? Those ones just dropped out of my hand, so I'm not going to take them. I'm all of a sudden getting very warm in here. So if anyone's getting really hot, like a hot flash, you got the Emperor again. So this is all about you getting back into balance. Getting back into balance and getting back into control of what that is so important to you. Your career, your relationship, your family, wherever it fits. I'm just going to take my sweater off for a moment. It's probably all this fire energy coming through. Two Emperors, King of Wands. Okay. But what I was saying is, you know, maybe there's just been something that is keeping you, maybe you've gotten stuck somewhere and you haven't been able to kind of see so clearly, gotten a little bit kind of bogged down with the right way to proceed, and you're going to have to find some way to get some clarity within yourself to find what is going to be needed to bring back the balance, to bring back the equality in whatever relationship this is regarding. Because the Emperor coming out twice is saying, hey, you can do this, you've got this, this is where you're supposed to be, this is the placement you're going to be at, but you just got to work through whatever this little bit of the Devil and the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords is. Perhaps someone has done something really not right for you, and that energy is just lingering and has been kind of keeping you stuck in that. Because again, the honeybee is about working together as well, right? If you think about if you think about bees just in general, they work together, right? You got your queen, you got your worker bees, you've got your warrior bees, those that defend the nest. They all work together in tangent, and if you took away one of them, there's nothing left, right? If you get rid of the queen bee, what happens to all the rest of the bees? They have to find another one or they all die. So there's a really heavy feeling here now. Not heavy, but it's deep. I think this is a reminder, Gemini, that you've got to get back in control of this area of your life, whatever it is. It could be, like I said, you got the Ace of Cups, you got the Page of Cups. That's relationships, that's emotions. So for some of you, it's going to be about a relationship that maybe hasn't been balanced, maybe it hasn't been equal, maybe someone is just doing way too much of the work, taking on way too much of the burdens, taking on way too much of everything, and the other person is not. And so it's out of balance. So you got to bring it back. You got to have open communication. The honeybee is about the communication, about being very clear and direct with communicating. Decisiveness. It doesn't mean harshness. It doesn't mean painful words. It means literally saying, hey, this isn't working for me anymore. If you're in the situation, Gemini, where you are in a relationship, work or otherwise, or love, okay, because this is going to apply all the way around. If you are in that place and it's just feeling like you can't get out and there's this tug of war and no one's listening to each other, this is the time in October to really get very clear with your words and say what it is that you need. Say what it is that you need to bring back this balance in this relationship. If you're at work and you're giving so much to this job and people are taking advantage of you, it doesn't mean that they maybe are taking advantage of you, consciously. It might be completely unconsciously, and therefore you have to speak your truth. If it's too much, you've got to say it so that other people can understand where you're coming from, and then work together, as the honeybees do, work together to communicate to each other what you both need to bring back the balance. And then that brings this brand new emotional feeling of, okay, brand new start again. Now I feel confident. Now I'm back in, I'm being inspired again. I feel grounded. I feel protected. And I am back in control of my kingdom. And it feels really, really great. No more Five of Wands. No more Five of Swords energy. And no more devil. Because as I was saying, the devil doesn't have to mean like the worst of the worst of the worst. It just is represented. Sometimes it's just that simple thing of feeling bogged down. Maybe it's a love relationship, and maybe it's gone a little sideways as far as duties or chores or financial obligations, and we can kind of get stuck on maybe taking on too much, even though you know that you're starting to get worn out. Well, that's not a healthy balance. The Magician. So now it comes out, you've got the Magician saying you can manifest whatever you want. You have the ability and the talent to bring forth what it is you want in your life. You just got to put the work in. It's a powerful manifesting card. This energy is here in your reading, so you can have whatever it is you want. You just got to work for it. You just got to work for it a little bit. And I don't think this is a lot of work. I think this has just been maybe a lack of communication, that maybe no one wants to hurt the other person's feeling or something, or you don't want to let someone down. Well, that's okay. You're not letting anyone down. That actually, people, we can't really read each other's minds. So it is really important to get a really clear Five of Cups. You've got all three fives in this reading. Five of Cups just flipped out. Five of Cups is sadness. It is having three of your cups spilt. Two are still upright, but you don't even care what's in those two cups anymore because you're sad. The thing with the Five of Cups, especially in this deck, this energy is facing this beautiful castle over here. And there is a bridge that he can get to get to the castle. He's looking directly at it. So it's just a choice. So again, that goes really well with the Magician, because it's saying, is that what you want to do? Is just going to tolerate this kind of unbalanced energy and stay stuck with the devil and stay stuck with the Five of Cups, feeling sad all the time and feeling like, no one's hearing each other and there's just this conflict? Or are you going to choose to start working a little bit differently and start communicating better? Communication, good communication is the key to very healthy relationships. And everyone's got to be ready to hear what the other person's going to say. And if we can say it in, okay, we've got 2 cards. All right. Wow, this is a lot of cards coming out. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, 5 of Swords again, twice. So this is just confirming for me, Gemini, that someone is wanting to win at all costs. So if someone is wanting to win at all costs and doesn't care how that makes the other person feel or the consequences of that winning at all costs, how can there ever be, equality? There can't. Because there's nothing equal about winning at all costs. You then have the 4 of Swords. So perhaps there's a moment where you're going to need to take a little time to rest, because that's what this card represents. To rest, recuperate. Give yourself some time to really figure out how to disconnect from this pattern, this person, this pattern, whatever that is. So that you can get your clarity back. And you can begin this new way of interacting with each other. Look, it's got to be two-way street too. I mean, you can't do all the work and the other person doesn't want to, because then you're back again to equality. It's not unequality, not equal. I'll put it that way. But under the deck, you do have the 9 of Pentacles. So it is saying it is highly possible. 9 of Pentacles is a very independent card. It's a very independent card. This figure on here, she's got all the finances she needs. She's got all healthy self-confidence. She knows her self-worth, and she's okay with standing there on her own. So if this is about a relationship, a love relationship especially, and this is going to apply differently to everyone out there. I mean, some of this is maybe about a relationship that's connected, but you've lost your way of communicating. You've not been sharing with each other how one may be feeling more weighted down than the other. And there's a way to fix this so that you can be back in your strengths again together. But for other Geminis out there, this may be pertaining to a relationship that is toxic because of the devil. Maybe it's a toxic relationship. Maybe it is not balanced. Maybe there has been no equality in it. Maybe there is no working together. And that's why the 5 of Wands has come out, and that's why the 5 of Swords has come out twice. And the 5 of Cups. You've got all these 5s here. It's maybe someone is like, no, it's their way or the highway, and they don't really care whether how you feel about it. It's just that's what they're about. And if that's the case, who wants that kind of relationship with someone? Because all that's going to do is wear you down and really take away your joy. And Gemini, you're an air sign. You're represented by the Lovers cards. So, you are like a lover. You are you are a great communicator. You are a great storyteller. Your energy is infectious and addicting in a positive way. So if someone is not seeing those beautiful traits that you have and they're not willing to communicate with you and work to shifting the balance so it becomes more balanced, more 50-50, so that you're feeling lighter, then perhaps it is time for you to walk away, perhaps. And then maybe you're just going to need to take some time out for yourself to get a little bit more clear, let your emotions heal, and then you're back in the game and you have a new chance of a new love, one where you can manifest it so that it is an equal give and take, an equal balanced relationship that you work together to you know, acquire all the things that you want for each other. But yet both independent. So I hope this is making sense. I'm just taking a second here because, man, these October readings for me, they are, you know, I'm not going to lie, there's a little bit of a challenge here because my guides and angels are giving me so many different storylines, and so I feel like I'm picking up on so many different life journeys right now that it is kind of hard to decipher. It because I'm also seeing here there is a possibility of maybe choosing between two people. Because although we have the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, oh, excuse me, these darn allergies. That's not quite a pair. You know, for a pair it would be a king and a queen. But there's something about the way that they are that is feeling somewhat like kind of a pair. He's very independent. He's just sitting there looking at his coin. He's got his best friend beside him, his dog. Happy. Looks like the room is probably lit up by a beautiful umber light. And if you look at the Nine of Pentacles, you know, she's there with her pentacles around. She's just taking in the beauty of her harvest, and she's got a beautiful bird on her arm. Very similar kind of energies coming from that. So for someone, it might be applying to you that maybe you've got to walk away from a toxic relationship, and definitely find you're going to find this new connection that is this new Ace of Cups, this new really exciting, beautiful, emotionally fulfilled relationship. And I think it will be one that has a lot of balance in it. Wow, this is really powerful. And I mean, you've got a lot of major arcana. You know, you've got the Magician. So again, you can do whatever you want to do, whatever you set out to do. You got the two Emperors, so you have that twice. You have the Devil, right? So, yeah, that's what I think is happening for you this month. See what's under the Nine of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. So, okay. So, yeah, for someone definitely out there, you are deciding to walk away. 10 of Wands is heavy burdens. You've carried it long enough. You've carried them long enough. You put enough in there. You have, it's taken determination to get to that where you already are, but you're pretty much over it. That's it. You're at the 10. I'm done. I'm done. I'm walking away. And I'm going to get my independence back, and I am going to no longer be feeling like I am bound to this negative energy. So, I hope this makes sense. Yeah, and I think this month is all about making sure you make sure that what you're putting out, you're getting back. And have some really good communicative conversations. If there's something you got to get off your chest, if there's something that you're feeling that is really dragging you down and making you feel stuck, speak it out. Let it out. Let it out, because it's not worth carrying around, because otherwise that's just kind of a defeatist action to take upon ourselves, because we're not doing anyone any favors, especially ourselves. So, yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting month for you. You have the possibility of getting back in your driver's seat and having some control. I mean, the Devil has the control over here, but the Emperor twice has the control over here. So, just got to find a way to get rid of whatever this Devil is. And so it's either you're walking away or you are speaking your truth in hopes that it's all going to balance out. So with that, Gemini, I am going to pull a card to close this reading off from Tikashi deck. And then I'm going to let you go. So, angels and guides, thank you so much for your guidance in this reading for Gemini. Is there any cards that you would like to come out of this deck, out of the Tikashi, to close this reading off for our Geminis for the month of October? Please show me clearly. Thank you so much. Cooperation. Okay. Just see if there's anything else they want to come out. Is there anything else? Anything else? And I'll do it one more time. Challenge. Okay. Challenge and cooperation. Thank you so much. Okay. I think we'll start with the challenge, because the challenge to me would be like this devil, 5 of wands, and the 5 of swords twice. So kind of actually 2 really interesting cards for this reading. Challenge. Transform all your problems into challenges. Take a deep breath, and the challenge is exciting. Now is the time to look back at all the difficulties you have conquered and feel good about your achievements. A challenge is a wonderful adventure, and your next one may be sooner than you think. Okay, so, you know, if you have been struggling, and I think if you're not speaking your truth of what it is that you need to bring back that balance, then it's just going to continually go again and again and again. So that's where you're going to have to make your choice. Then we have cooperation that came out. Cooperate with yourself. Don't give yourself such a hard time. A balance of give and take is what is needed. Let go and allow that which is for your highest good. Now is the time for active participation in group projects. In active cooperation, you will gain much more than you anticipated. Be responsive to all situations. Yeah, Gemini, again, before we close this out, that goes exactly what it says. It is about, it's time to like get a balance of give and take. That's what's needed. So that's exactly what the seahorse and the honeybee is about. Balance, communication, equal give and take. And if you don't have that in your relationship, in your career, in whatever relationship this is referring to, then it's time to really figure out how to get that. If that means walking away and starting anew, you have that opportunity. You have the Ace of Cups, and it looks beautiful there on forward. If you don't want to walk away, and this relationship means a lot, or this career means a lot, then you need to speak. You need to say what it is that is making you exhausted and making you feel stuck, the devil. And you need to confront that. Once you confront it, it gets better. I mean, either way, this is going to be a win-win, however it applies to your life. But at the end of the day, it is going to be positive. And don't forget, you have the energy of the magician to manifest whatever it is that you want this month. So just go for it. And don't worry about it, because it's going to be okay. It's going to all work. It's going to all work out. Okay, Gemini, I hope there was something in this message that makes sense to you or is helpful to you. I really appreciate you being here. If you can leave a like or subscribe or leave me a comment, I'd love to hear from you. It helps me also connect with your energy as well, more than you even know. So I'm so grateful. Thank you again, and I wish you a beautiful month of October. And until next time, take care.